Hello and welcome to the Laser Mini Painting. I am Laz, your person on the camera who does this stuff. Hi, how you doing? Good evening, Ali. Good evening, Graham. Hope you are both well. And Ali, don't worry. If you're on anti-duties, just put me on. They'll be asleep in half an hour. No problem at all. I have changed camera orientations a little bit, so I might be not in the same angles that you used to see me in. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. I know I'm keeping my elevator off camera. And tonight, we're going through what I've been given. Just for reference, there is a 1 foot ruler, standard 30 centimeters. Good evening, Twisted. How are you? So yeah, let's just move that. There is a standard 1 foot ruler on this thing. This is a monstrosity. But I have been given this along with other things, which is a lot of paints actually. Some of which have accidentally got mixed up with mine, which are these two. I've got to remember to move them out. I need some medium to try and save them. They're almost unusable. If I can get some contrast medium in and get a ball in there and give it a really good, then I should be able to save them. But if not, then they're gone. Which I think is going to be a problem with quite a few of the paints that I've been given. But if I can get some out of it that I don't already have, then awesome. I already know there's at least some left of a blue wash in there, and I know I want that. Along with some other washes. Right, I can move this out of the way now because I don't need it for reference much anymore. Now you know how big this fucking thing is. This thing here, this is a monstrosity issue. Right. First of all, though, I have these things. I don't know if you can see. Bring it up to the camera. I've moved my camera. It's up higher now. So yeah, to put that there. I have no idea where they come from. Good evening, Lee. Well, I'm glad you're feeling better, Twisted, although having it at a low bar is not particularly a good thing, really. You want it as high a bar as possible for you, yeah. Good evening to Lee. So yeah, I don't know where these are actually from. I've got 4 of them. And they're obviously from somewhere, and it's been wherever it is has been spray painted blue, which I've got a little bit of that as well, so I can finish I'll show you in a minute. So I don't know where them 4 things are from. Move that one for a second because that one's a small one. We'll start with the big one and then go to the small one. This one is the Fortress of Redemption. Size-wise, it is very fucking big, but you can use it like a proper building in Warhammer, apparently. I'll only ever use it as line of sight blocking terrain, maybe for taking photos if I paint it. But it comes as this big tower, which if I turn it sideways, you can see is quite a large tower. Now that's the black side, so you can see it a lot easier. It's got a very large, like angel, so the wings come all the way down to here. Big robed thing with no face, hands and sword, then ribbon, and then loads of skulls at the bottom. But some sides have a little bit other detail, so this side has cracks and things on it. One side has had top spray painted blue in there and along there to match the rest of this, and that section's quite large on its own and is quite impressive, I must say. Even if I was to use this without putting it on this bit, that bit alone is quite impressive. I have thoughts about making this into something else. I mean, that wants to be a church. It wants to be a church. It does. I know it does. It is absolutely beautiful. And all it would take is just remove those bits there. And then, ta-da, make 4 sides. And it's a church. but I might not yet because this is one hell of an expensive piece of terrain. But I haven't paid anything for it, so yeah. So that's the tower piece. That sits on top of this square block. Now, luckily, none of this has been glued together, so I can take it all apart. So the square block, again, quite chunky. I think it's at least at least 3 inches tall on just that bit, and that sits underneath that. So that's like 3, 6. No, you're talking at least a foot tall in total with everything there. Quite a large section. But that makes up the other walls for what is essentially a large area here, a walkway, and then another large area. Now, I know there should be 2 circle pieces that go over these. Whether or not he has them is a different matter. But if not, then something can always be done. I can find a way to fill that in, even if it is just using foam core and just having a lip around it there so you can just drop it in. If that works, then excellent. But having the missiles available is not necessarily off the table either, because they are part of the model. And if I was to use it that way, so take the Legends rules, because that's where it is now, and use those, then they actually have weapons profiles. So you can actually, if you're in it, you manned it, you can fire it. So, yeah, not bad. But going off the sides now, there are some of this is very dusty, by the way. This is probably the cleaner. This one and the next one are probably the cleaner of the models that I'll be looking at tonight. And even though that little bit of repair needs doing there. Good evening, Matt. How you doing? Hope you're doing well, mate. Hope you are doing well. I've just found a reason to throw away my scratch-built hills and make room for more terrain, which I'm going through now. The Fortress of Redemption. Now, I do need a bit of repair on that corner there, but overall, I mean, the amount of skulls in there and there is enough detail everywhere, and most of those walls will be pretty much covered up once they go in. So anything below that line pretty much gets covered up once it goes next to the walkway, the gantry. So that's where the firing deck is. Right, I was wondering that because it said it did have a firing deck of 10. And that'll be these windows. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I'm guessing you're looking at about 2 people shooting out of each window. I'm okay. Yeah, I've been given a load of 40k scenery for free. So yeah, I'm doing all right, which is what I'm showing off. Because thank you to the donator. I would have been. It's weird to say I would have preferred him to have been able to keep it, but if he can't, then as he said, he'd rather it go to a home where at least it's going to be appreciated. And I'm glad that was his first thought. I mean, yeah, his mate had to do run a fucking YouTube channel about this shit, so I should imagine it'd be his first thought. But he didn't charge me for it like he did his Eldar. Hey. So yes, and there's a port on that side as well. Is there any more ports on this? There may well be more firing ports, but that's just the gantry section, the walkway section. So again, another very nice piece, just on its own. It doesn't need, without all the other stuff, just having that as a walled section is quite nice. You could build up on that. If you were to take that piece off and stack it up on top, you could essentially build this into a building on its own, which is nice. It does have that bit which is coming off at the moment, which connects to this side over here. So that's where the stairs connect up to this piece. So I'll move that out of the way. And we'll go for we've already seen most of the boxes that show on this side and the blank sides, but you do have the side with the vents. Oh, they look detachable. Oh, right. So you can choose the orientation of whatever side you wanted those to go onto, but they will always go onto what will eventually go to the outside section. So when it slots in here, because it's supposed to, and that's how it connects. And I've done this loads of times, but not since he sprayed it. So maybe that's why it's been a bit of an ass. But yeah, when it goes in like that kind of, you'll end up with those on the outside wall, along with all these. But now it brings me to my only complaint with this. I'm putting this aside again. And yeah, I do have a complaint with this. And it is that symbol right there. Some people will recognize that symbol, and some people won't. And it appears a few times around the building. Now, these are pretty much the same except for where it connects to the big fortressy bit. This is at the end of the runway. This actually is, that fortress is coming right up out of it here, and the walkway's going around there. So this is chance for more of them. So again, another one. Oh no, we do get 2 sections without. So I'm wondering, yeah, I'm not sure what to do about those. For those of you who don't know what they are, those are Dark Angel symbols. I don't have Dark Angels. Good evening, Buzzard. How you doing, mate? We're going through. Well, we're starting with scenery. We will be ending with figures, because I have got more models as well as scenery and paint. Sparkles is not happy, which is why I've had to throw the. I had to bite the bullet and go, I've got to throw something away. So I've thrown the hills away. That's why they've bit it, because I need room for big bits like this. So yeah, I'm gonna have to find a way to file these off, or at least change them to a degree where they're not gonna be noticeable as Dark Angels. I don't see any other way than file, to be quite honest. You collect Dark Angels, do you, Graham? How much of your plastic do you think this fortress is worth? What do you think you could genuinely offer me in replacement for the Fortress of Redemption? Because you've seen the size of this thing. This can pretty much just be the board of terrain on its own if you're playing a small enough game. If you're playing a 1,000-point game, you just put this on the board. That's the scenery. Set up either side of it. Let's go. It is freaking huge. As I said, you can break it down as well in this case. All I have to do is put that onto there. Was that the right way around? No, that way around. So put that on there, then that section is actually sealed off. So I could just use it as a small bunker on its own and put ladders on it. So you'd have to do a very convincing argument. I'm not saying you're not going to be able to. I'm just saying you'd have to do a very convincing argument, because this is a very nice piece of terrain. If I'd have had the money at the time when they bought theirs, I also would have bought one. Okay, so that's a nice big glossy Fortress of Redemption. I did also get, again with parts missing, and I said I started with the cleanest of them all. I'd give them a wipe over, but still there seems to be something that I can't quite shift properly without getting like really. I'm gonna have to strip this essentially. And I don't want to because it's like 90% painted. But I also got the Bastion, which is not as big of a footprint, I've got to say, as the Fortress of Redemption. But it is a very staple piece of GW scenery. And if I'm looking to take things apart, it is also a very staple building block for scratch building and kit bashing. It does have a lot of gaps, I've got to say. But to be quite honest, I know this has fallen, broken apart, and the fact that it's in this good a condition is quite a feat in and to itself. Now, it does have three of the 4 heavy bolters missing, but that shouldn't be an issue because I don't know how many Lehman Russ sprues available, but Lehman Russes can take spawns and heavy bolters, so filling the 3 missing heavy bolters is not going to be an issue. Cleaning it is going to probably be the biggest issue, and I believe I do have the last one of those to go in the corner there somewhere as well. I'm pretty sure he also has whatever's missing from in the middle. But as I said, it is a shame because it is like 90% painted. I just need to do all the detail work on it. But I'm going to have to strip it back down to clean it up, which means I'm probably going to have to strip the fortress back down as well to clean that up. And then Stag. Oh, I didn't think of that. Oh, well, it is what it is. So, yes. I have a Fortress of Redemption, and I have the standard Imperial Bastion. And I said Bastion before anyone tries to say, what did you say? Bastion. So, bear with me one moment. I will go grab the paint boxes. I'm back in a moment. No, I'm afraid not, mate, because I'm not actually going to be running it for as long as last time. I only had to go put a few things away and then come back with boxes. 2 boxes. Now, these are paints. These are paints. Along with those paints, I got other paints. He did give me one of his toolboxes. Or one of his gaming thing boxes, which did have the tray intact, not broke like mine was, with some paints in it. Now, I have no idea what these are. Not gonna look through them yet. Don't know what condition they're in or anything. So what's that? First of all, that is Technical Storm Shield. So that is essentially a varnish. That's a varnish. Okay. Well, by the sounds of it, at least it's usable. That's a good start. A bad and black. You're saying you can got anything in it? Nope, that is empty. So that's dead pop. I know they're potentially salvageable. What do we have? Oh, that does not look good. Celestra grey, but it has split, if you can see. And it's gone very crusty. It sounds a little wet. It does sound like there's something watery in there. Do we dare crack it open? Go on, let's give it a go. Oh. 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 Yeah, that's a little gloopy. A little gloopy. But again, with I'm gonna see if I can salvage it. So I'll go in that section. Oh, this doesn't even look opened. Dryad bark. That's a nice brown, that. Yeah, definitely still workable. Cool. No, I'll put that in mine. Not. Oh, good. So, yeah, see, I've got Mornfang and now I've got Dryad, so I've got a nice little brown. So that's a nice addition to the paint set, which is what I'm hoping for out of this, is try and fill in some gaps, hopefully. Fingers crossed. Right, what's this one? This is Rune Brass, and it has separated. It doesn't sound like it's moving. Nah. That's the metallic sheen rather than the actual paint. That's a shame. Xandri Dust. I think I've got one of these from the last time I got a donation. I do need a vibrating booby, but I don't have access to a vibrating booby, which sucks. Oh no. Oh, Xandri Dust is not supposed to do that. Nope. That's going in the bin. What do we have here? Jacaro Orange. What do we think? I'm thinking that is a no. We're not doing well. So far, we've got Varnish. Let's hope the other ones are. Oh dear, what's that supposed to be? Rakath Flesh. Now, I know I have one of these, so I know what it's supposed to look like. And it's not supposed to look grey. Let's put it that way. Yeah, that, yeah, and I need an ultrasonic cleaner as well. Right, so it's mixed up into the correct colour. It just needs a bit of a beating. So that might be salvageable. See, I'm looking at salvageable as being good now. Jesus Christ. Just being able to put it straight in my thingy would be better, but salvageable is what we're aiming for. I didn't even shake that. What is it, Mephisto Red? Did it even move? No. Did it even budge? Yeah, move my speed paints out of the way so I don't bin them by mistake. But I am keeping the technical Storm Shield. We have Runefang Steel. Now, mine wasn't in a good condition anyway. Which ones? Any particular ones that you can think of, Twisted, that are the worst Citadel colours? If it's Xandri Dust, the one I'm thinking of trying to salvage, then let me know. I'll just bin the damn thing now. I can get different colours for dust. Oh, it was Rakath Flesh, that one, weren't it? Do you want to know something? I've got a full bottle of that. I'm not even going to try and salvage that one. So if I can get Runefang to work, though, then I'm going to be okay, because mine was completely goosed. No, this one looks to be nothing more than the medium separated on top now, which might not be a bad thing, actually. Stick a ball in that, it might work. Skarsnik Green. See, I would like that one. That's a nice colour green. I like that one. That would be a nice... It sounds wet as well. Yeah, Korax White is... It's not white, it's grey. Oh, we have a winner, ladies and gentlemen. We have a winner. Snarsnik Green is usable, should be usable straight out. Or at least I don't have to worry about it as much as these ones down here. I've got a lot of paints to go through, so in some cases I might just like Wazdak. Oh, I want Wazdaka Red because Wazdaka Gutsmec was a top character, and I'm gutted he's gone from the Art Codex in place of what did he give us? Like fucking Death Killer Wartrike. It's shit. Give me fucking Wazdaka back, you wankers. And Wazdaka Red is also working. Nice. Ooh, yeah, that's a nice, just slightly pink, probably close to Screamer Pink actually, but okay. Monfang Brown by the looks of it might actually be. Yeah, gone. And that is a Doombull Brown. Sounds wet. And in fairness, looks okay. So we're expanding browns. We've got red. We've got. Did we get? Yeah, we're expanding browns. Browns, reds, and greens. Okay. Oxide's empty. What's that? That's the fang. That's the color of the towers and stuff. So let's hope there's some of this in here. Nope, sadly not. This one is another Chikaro orange. Was that one that I want? Yeah, that's one that I wanted to try and save. Let's see if this one doesn't need saving. No, this one doesn't need saving. Well, it needs its neck sorting out with that big dollop right there, which I shall remove. And then once it's had its neck sorted out, that one doesn't need saving, so I can bin that one. Sweet. I don't know what that was supposed to be, but it was open and is now just. It was supposed to be a dry brush paint. Is now just rocks. McCrag Blue I don't care about. I've got loads of. Templar Guard has dried up. Contrast Plague Bearer Flesh. Ooh. Ah. Please don't say you've dried up because of the stupid little Games Workshop thing. Let's try and cut that out of there. Without cutting my fingers off, please. Right, pop you out. I was very close to my finger. Right. It had that lodged in the back. You know the little pop-up thing that Games Workshop like to put on their tubs? That. It had that lodged up in the fucking thing, so it didn't shut properly. So let's see if I can close it properly now. Give it a shake and see if this contrast sorts its neck out. Well, it looks like it's going to quite quickly, actually. Look at me. And that is a, well, Plague Bearer Flesh, but it will work quite nicely for Cadians. We have XV88 for those Tower enthusiasts. All three of you, because the rest of you won't come out because melee fighters are out. Orcs exist, so Tower players run away. That seems to be fine. So I'm definitely expanding my brown range. Definitely. That if that's quite a decent one, yeah. The other bottle of XV88 is unusable. That's why it's there. Bloodletter's Glaze. Oh no, that's a shame. But that's completely dried up. That would have been nice. Because that's essentially more like a really, really thin down paint. Base Flesh. Could be okay if I saw the little Games Workshop-y annoying thing out. And rather than using a knife this time, I'm going to use Games Workshop snips. See, and just clip it off. I know you can see a lot more of my desk for a change as well. I have noticed that with the change in my camera position. Having put it further up there. See how I can pipe up to it now. I feel like I'm even halfway off camera because wrong one. There we go. Yeah, up there. You see, even like you can see how high up I have to go above my head just to get it to the camera. It's going to take a bit of getting used to, both for me and possibly for all of you, but definitely for me. Right. I know I should have learned a lesson last time of not using it, but I'm not using it in a knife fashion this time. I'm just using it in a levering fashion to remove paint. Right, so let's see if we can close the lid at least. Mostly, yeah. Now will it take a shake? Please work. This is just for warg flesh, for Christ. Warg flesh. It's green. I've got greens. It's not warg flesh, and I have orcs. But I don't like their colour of orcs. Oh, that is particularly gloopy, so that just needs thinning out, essentially. Yeah, no, that goes in the salvage pile. Check there's no blood on my finger. Always good. Technical crypto... Oh, what? Something corrosion? It's corroded itself, maybe? I don't know. Nope, that is dried up, so that can go in the bin. Shade, Baleton green. So a green wash that isn't Arthonian camo shade. So a slightly brighter green wash. See? Yes. If you don't do something that forces you to use grammar, then you'll lose it very quickly. I've picked that up and that's pretty much open. So let's see. Nope, that's Dark Reaper. Ooh, that's a nice paint if I remember correctly. That's quite a nice shade of blue. Let's hope it's not separated as much as it shows in there. Oh no, I like that. Right, that needs thinning out a bit as well. I feel a big order of contrast medium coming my way. Although that's probably a better idea for the purposes of this video. Oh no, can I do that? No, because I'm not. Okay. I do have an Amazon wish list on this YouTubey thing. Ali has actually been very kind enough to buy me a few things off it. Thank you very much, Ali. I'm going to add contrast medium to it because I don't know how much of his sparkles he's going to let me buy, and I don't know how much of it I'm going to need. So if there's something on Amazon UK that's better and cheaper than Games Workshop contrast medium, please go ahead and tell me. That null oil was dead. Brass Scorpion feels empty. That will be because it is. Well, near enough. We have Full Bright Copper, which has got a very, very strange little turn to it. I could hear liquid moving. Oh. That's not supposed to happen. You had bubbles are bad. Bubbles are bad. Put that way. Korax Bronze. This looks unopened. Ooh. Right, yeah. So the copper is a bad one. Fair enough. Let's have a look at this bronze. Nah, see, that's gone. That's become sediment in the bottom. That has. Yeah, nope, that's just turned into mud. Layer. Bestigo flesh. Now this looks like it's separated into an orange and a yellow. See, the yellow's moved a bit there. In fact, can you see the? Can I? Is it just the yellow bit that's moving? It wasn't open. And yes, it is just the yellow bit that was moving. It was separated and dried. Layer white scar. Now this was the white before Corax. Which is whiter than Corax, much whiter than Corax, probably closer to the titanium white. Problem is, it's going gloopy. But hard gloopy, not the possible savvy gloopy. Stormhost silver. Separated and is now just medium. For the same reason I put the Runefang, yeah. I'm just going to throw them away. Stegodon scale green. Ooh. Not a problem, Ali. Not a problem. You said you were on anti-duties tonight, I believe. So I figured you'd be busy and not able to say hi to everyone. I believe we have Buzzard, Matt, Graham, Twisted, Lee, you, and I think Sparkle should still be here somewhere as well. Oh, that's quite a nice one. Is that still? Yeah, bit of medium. That should be okay, and that is a nice shade of off weird blue. Don't know if you can see it properly. That's a nice shade. That's a nice color. I'll be looking forward to that one. Looking forward to it. Avalon Sunset, which I believe I have now. Yeah, I do have an Avalon Sunset, which is a good job because that one's. I'm throwing a lot of basically. I think he didn't want to sort through them. I think that's what he's given me. I've pretty much written off metallics now as well after going through this. Pallid Witch Flesh, maybe. But yeah, I've definitely written off any metallics that I'm finding now because I think they would have. Pallid Witch Flesh. Do I think I need it? It's one of them. It's a kind of it's on the verge of it. It'll go in that pile instead of that pile. If it was to say yeah, that's what it is. It is competing with a few other colours. It's pretty much the same as the Duncan Rhodes Ivory Tooth Tusk, but I'm running it low on that, which means I'm probably running low on the other ivory as well. No, those lumps just don't look like they're worth saving. Yeah, those lumps just don't look like they're going to come out. Thunderhawk Blue. Now this looks like it's been used. A lot of these look like they've been used at least once or twice. So, who knows? Actually, no, that's okay. That's all right. Again, a little bit of medium. A damn good shake. And it should be okay. Right, so yeah, the Witch Flash is going. I'm not salvaging that, but I should be able to get the Thunderheart Blue, which is quite a nice grey blue. It may make up for not having the Fang available. It may be that level of hopefully it does. Next one is Mechanical Standard Grey, which I do have one. I've got 2 cases to go through yet, by the way, people, of paints. Yeah, that should be usable. Okay, so that's Mechanic Standard Grey. Put you over there with Grace. A shade. A yellow shade. I'll send them to me then. I'll do a sponsored video. Heck, Phantom Fantasy Shields you want to plug. And I'll stick them on. Although the Space Bears ones would look better. Then again, I have lieutenants with, you know, the lieutenant with the sword and shield. I think I have some of those somewhere, or at least something with shield. Yeah. If you, I've just got a nice yellow shade. Yeah, great. Damn it, Graham. You're going to get us both shot. And I don't care how secure that cabinet is. I'm getting dragged there in a fucking straitjacket. She's breaking into that cupboard. She's loading it. She's putting us both on the floor by our throats. And she's blowing our fucking heads off. Don't give her the ammunition. And I don't mean literally. She'll get that herself if we give it to her. If we give her figuratively. Don't give her the ammunition. Moot green. Now I have one of them. That should be, yeah, see, straight to it. It's bright as fuck. It's what I'm using for the eyes on Terminators and stuff. Which that one looks fine. Awesome. I have an extra moot green. In fact, I should put them somewhere else. All right, they can go in that little pot for now because they're bright blue and I won't miss them. Where they are, I can't see them. Karak Stone. Will you survive or have you turned to stone? Let's find out. Yeah. You were already talking to me about the dwarf range the other night. You know what I'm getting soon. Because you're the one who gave me the full list. How do I bulk out a Leagues of Photon army without giving Games Workshop any money? Anybody, any ideas? Anybody? And if not, then why not? Because I've got one idea already. And I'm sure I left the video running long enough for you to get another idea. So you got an Amazonian army coming. I believe, Graham, can I tell people? Oh, that's stupid. That princess, I swear to God, she doesn't go missing. She's having an affair with Bowser. Just Mario's in denial about it. Bowser's like, oh yeah, you beat me up. Oh, princess caught me at 6. And just buggers off. Unless you're about Zelda, in which case same thing applies. She's just like his Ganondorf that she's going off with instead of Bowser. God, I'm a geek. The potential next range, unless, because I'm excited about what's to come and I've not even seen it. So much so I forgot that was Shaking the Paint. That's how much excited I was about the next range. I forgot I was Shaking the Paint. Karak Stone, but it looks like it will survive. What have we got left? Conrad! Oh, Conrad! I'm going for fucking World Eaters. Conrad would be perfect. Oh, there we go. There we go. Oh, look at that. Oh. Corn red, right. Yeah. So we've gone one shade lighter in the red, one shade darker in the red. Nice. So the last two in here, which is a Niblet green, which looks almost as the fucking same color. Oh no, it's slightly darker than Moot green. I mean, only fucking just though. Jesus. Sounds like there might be something a bit solid in there. Yeah. I'll bring that a bit further. Yeah, that's something. That's not what a paint's supposed to look like. That is not what I said any kind of paint is supposed to look like. That is not good. And the last one in the tray, Dawnstone. He's moving. See, I don't know when I have enough corn red there, but yeah, no, that looks like it's got stones in it. Right, so far the pile of not keep is far bigger than the pile of keep / save, but this tray is going to become the / save tray, just so I don't accidentally throw them away. I'm going to try and keep a very clear divider of what is my paints, which is what's currently back there, and what is just throwing away paints, which you can only see a bit of because the rest of it is behind me. In fact, I'm going to move me over even more, and there you go. You can't see the throwaway paints apart from a little bit at the edge there. See, a little them few and just them few around there. They're the throwaway paints. So I'm going to stick the speed paints between them. So it's like, right, all the ones on kind of that side of these type of bottles are going to be the ones I throw away. I might even start putting them elsewhere afterwards, but yeah. And they're the potential salvage ones. See, I've still got, that's my paint. So I've still got all them to go through. Ooh. AOS. I don't. You know, it's a whole different system where, again, I'd rather go back to. Yeah, this one's the heavy one, so we'll go with this one. I'm not sure if I should keep the cases because they do come in nice trays. Don't get me wrong. But the cases are big and the trays might just be more useful as just the trays without all this gump. But they might be nice for models, actually. I might be able to put, if that can take like lava or some things, that'll be nice. So that case had 2 trays. I really should have found somewhere to put these in the bin instead. I need a bin. Give me a moment. I want to go get a bin bag. Are you doing all right in life? You doing all right in life? Got a roof over your head? You've got enough money to have less stands than I have and get away with it because you've got a room with printers and stuff. It's a nice hobby to have. Expensive hobby to have. I'm just going to, I'm putting a load of these in the bin now. It's just going to be a lot easier if I have a bin bag. And I'll leave it there at my feet. That way I've got more room for paints I'm going to keep. Should have thought about that earlier, really, shouldn't I? I might actually be keeping a lot of these. So, start with the purple. We could do with purples. We like purples. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Go on. How you doing, mate, with your thingy-mabobby? No, that's sleepy. Yeah, you was doing all your search taggy-mabobby thingy-mabob efforts, weren't you? Subtech green. Oh, I was going to say they look blue from some angles. Finish it all. Didn't you only have about 8 left to do by the time we finished stream? So, is it Gotek green or no? Sotek green. It looks like it's cleaned up quite nicely, actually. Oh, unopened. So again, a little bit gloopier than it should be, but thinning out with a little bit of medium, and that's okay. So that's going in the needs to be sorted in its neck out tray. What do we have here? We have Techless Blue. See, by the looks of it, there's quite a few blues on here. There looks blue, there looks like there's blue. I'm not sure what that is, but it looks bluish. That looks like it's got a bluish tint to it as well. We've got a few greens. Is that Tesseract glow shit? No, that's an edge. What's an edge paint? Has anyone seen an edge paint before? I'm looking at my picture on the phone and I should be looking at the camera because it's different orientations. Change my cameras around again because I'm a fucking idiot. Can't get just one right, can I? Right. So I'm just going to give that one a complete another shake and that one because I'm interested in what the hell an edge paint is. What's an edge paint? Isn't it just a layer paint that you use a little bit? Well, the Techless Blue is it looks a little bit brighter on there. It's not quite as bright as Saruman, Lotharian, Templar Guard Blue. Is that the Templar Guard Blue? No, it's my Nile Oxide. Is that my Templar Guard Blue? Yeah, it's not actually that bright, but when I open there, it looks almost that bright. So it's a nice in between one. And again, it's because of age, it's gonna need a little bit of medium just to help it flow a bit. Right. What the hell's an edge paint? I'm going to find out. An edge paint does not look like it wants to open. And I'm not sure if that's good or bad. Let me get a brush. Wet palette. This is the great thing about having just random stuff scattered around. When you do need to just, let's see what the hell this does. Right, yeah. So it's a very bright blue. Bring that up. You can see on the two little lines across his head there was to finish it off. It's very, 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 very bright blue. So it's essentially, yeah, you're supposed to use it as the highest bright point before white if you're gonna. Oh, okay. See, some of the paint in the pot isn't in the best condition. Have I got anything I can put it on? I can put it on the back of that for now. So if I could get that out somehow, then I may be able to. save this particular piece. And that's why I have one with a rubber thing on the end. There we go. Always have a pokey thing or something available, even if you just used one a minute ago and it's no longer available. You should always have multiple pokey, scrapey things on your desk because you never know when you're going to have to do stupid shit. You thought, what the fuck? That was fine like 2 weeks ago. What the hell happened to it? So yeah, scraping the inside there because it's gone a bit crusty and it looks like it's going to cause the rest of it to follow suit. And I don't want that to happen. So I'm just going to try and prevent it by removing as much as I can. This ends up means I'm going to get a bit of paint everywhere, but there you go. If I can salvage a decent paint for it, I'll salvage a decent paint for it. So yeah, that looks like it could be. It's going to be okay. Again, tiny bit of medium maybe. The camera is up a lot higher now, Ali. My camera is actually. Hello. See, my camera is up a lot higher. I have had it. Essentially, it was mounted underneath and from under there, and now I've mounted it there, so it can go up higher. So I've got more room and clearance to be in this space, because that's essentially where I need to be. What's this? Altdorf Guard Blue. There's a lot of strange names for these colours, you know. If I have a Citadel Warlock purple in there, straight up, you will buy it off me. That's Gene Stealer. I won't sell it to you. But I'll trade it you for the shields. Gene Stealer purple though. Let's see how that's working. That's gone in the bin. What's that one? That's a lilac. Decala lilac. Took me a second to figure out how to say that one. I think I'd only need about 6 or 7 shields. I know you can just throw that on a half plate. It's like, oh shit. Oh no, I've got nothing to throw them out to them. Fuck it. No, that's gonna be salvageable. Oh no, I see lumps. I see lumps. Lumps are not good, lumps are hard things. Although it is running. It is running. I'm agreeing to this. I've not even seen this purple yet. It might be like the most gorgeous purple I've ever seen in my life. I'll try and save that lilac, even though. No, it is. It's lighter than the alien purple that I've got. So I think it is the lightest purple that I would have. So obviously, the whole point in this is I have always said I've got a very limited paint selection and range. So hopefully this is going to it's already started to expand it already, but hopefully it's going to expand it even more. When it comes to browns, I'm sorted, at least for a little bit. A couple of nice greens, some nice maybes, but that again, maybes. What's this like? Let's get some out. No hard bits out of that test bit. Even on a wet palette, it's a little bit thick. Let's see what it goes on the model, okay? Who's getting sacrificed today? Oh no, it's been Marini by, hasn't it, today? Oh, we're going for blue, so let's go for the top of his knees. Get rid of that dark spot. My phone's talking to me. What's 1-1 in binary? Don't know what it means. But my phone's talking to me. Talks to me a lot. Most of the time it says, pay me attention, which I don't like. Oh no, that's not mine, is it? That's Sparkles. That's Samsung, that. Mine's doo-doo. Pretty much, are you? Very nice. Well, it is a nice blue. It's very sky blue. What will we do with that? See if I can load my brush up a little bit more this time. No, I quite like that, and it seems to. You can see where it's got. Well, you could a moment ago. You can see where it was 2 coats there, and then 1 coat around the other side. It covers with 2. Warlock purple is brighter than Screaming Pink. Right. I'll find it if I come across it. You'll know. I'll probably see it in capitals going, there it is, there it is. So, what else we got? Kelgar blue. So yeah, I'm gonna that Mothian blue. I see. I don't want to use that again now. So this time I grab this. One thing you don't want to accidentally do is drop any in there. That'll suck. Well, I think I got away with that one. Just get rid of them gloopy bits I don't like the look of. And I will keep that one, but add a tiny bit of tiny bit of medium to that one. Calgar blue. Smurf Boy blue. It is Smurf Boy blue. Girly Man blue. Oh no, mine is Calgar, but yeah, might as well be Girly Man. It's Smurf blue. You are spot on. I don't particularly want to use the colour, but it is fine. So I'll type blue. I'm just going to open that and see if there's any. No, it's more Gene Stealer. What's that? That's Demon Hard. No. Right, then your only chances. That's something purple. Your only chances of having it are potentially. That's not Emperor's Children. Potentially in the other box, and there's not many in the other box. Shall we do a hunt? I'm going to keep looking through paints while everyone decides. Yeah, the colours, the scenery, and the stuff that I've not yet shown. So while I'll let you lot decide if we go hunting for Graham's Warlock purple, or do we continue just going through in order and we'll eventually see if we get to it. But this one is Araman blue. Sorry, if he was doing 1,000 Suns, this would be your friend. Again, that's okay. Just looking like it's needing some medium. Doing all right. Does look like I need a fair bit of medium though. Incubi Darkness. Oh geez, what the hell is this gonna be? Hunt, hunt, hunt. So after Incubied Darkness, I'm going to go looking through. I'm going to go get the tray from the other tub. See what's in there. I don't know how much of he's going to be though, so I don't know. It might not be. It might be a binner straight away, which is going to be a good. I'm not trying not to jinx it, but you never know. Incubied Darkness. Now, this sounds like an interesting. Ooh, that is a nice color. Get a load of that beauty. Ooh. I think I like me a bit of Incubied Darkness. Ooh. I was like, I'm not sure. Would that go with? Is that a blue? Is that a green? I'd say that's a blue. Or is it? Or, it's a dark turquoise, is what it is. That's what's making me so happy with it, because it's not blue, it's not green. It could possibly be with either. Oh. Next we have Lothan Blue. Let's see. This looks like it's going to be an even brighter sky blue than what we've already had. Blues have been expanded quite a bit if my plan works. So yeah, we know. So we now know what the thingy paint is. The one that I didn't know. It's essentially a bright layer paint. Lothan Blue, nice. Bit of medium. That's coming back. I'm gonna have an entire day of just doing medium. Oh, technical waystone. I see. When it comes to the technicals, some of them have certain properties and they're supposed to be certain ways that I'm not sure about. So, and the fact that technicals are mixed in means that it's definitely. What's that on? Warp Fiend Grey. That looks like a nice colour. I'm going to mix two at a time. Fuck it. Wanker. Sorry. Couldn't resist. Could not resist. Oh, that's the glowy green shit. That was nice, and that stayed. I was going straight in that pile. And the Warp Fiend Grey. Okay, Warp Fiend Grey. This poor Space Marine's getting it tonight, isn't it? All right, let's get a little bit of you on the wet palette. And let's see how you perform now that you've been shook up a bit, eh? All shook up. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, that's essentially a slightly purple grey. It almost puts it back to sprue colour, but there's a slight hint of purple in it that you can't. That it's not picking up on the camera because of the positioning of the light. The camera's higher than the light. The light should be higher than the camera. Problem is, that's an impossibility because of the fact that the light is mounted lower than the actual camera. That's quite a nice, and it covers reasonably well too. Oh, that's a nice little paint. That it's neutral enough to be able to get away as like a covering base coat for something. So if I sprayed everything black, but I need that it might go nice under some browns for doing leather pouches and stuff. But definitely, if you're looking for a slight purple undertone, but are going for grey as your base, that's a good place to go. I like that one. And that one seemed to work quite well straight out of the pot. Sadly enough, no. Liberator Gold. We all know what's going to happen. Yep, it is just orange and the metallic has gone to the bottom. We have a dry Griffin Gold. Is this just gonna be blocks? Oh no. No. Oh. Is this actually a metallic? Oh, that's odd. You're gonna watch this just to. That kind of moves like gel. Um, I mean, I can get paint on my brush, but I can't put it on the wet palette. And I know it's supposed to be a dry brush paint. So I don't know if this is the correct texture for it, but no, I've just managed to dig a chunk out of that. That's not right. Although technically it's working. I'm actually gonna say that's a pass because it still does what it's supposed to do. I might never use it. I might end up throwing it away, but it does what it's supposed to do. So yes, we have Ali who's voted for me to go look, see if I've actually got any of that purple that Graham wants. But nobody else seems to. We're going to get to it eventually, so yeah. So now we have Elysian Green. I just can't remember what to bring that up. That does feel a little bit gloopy. I feel I've not touched it, but it does look a little bit gloopy. Which, as I said, is not unsolvable. A ball bearing and some medium, and that's done. Let's see what it covers like and what it paints like. And this is going to be one hell of a multicolored marine by the time I finish with it. No, it's leaving bits of. No, it's definitely too thick at the moment. See if I thin it out a bit more on the wet palette. See if that can sort it out. Yeah, that's better. That'll get a better coverage over with 2 coats. So, another one kept. See, I'm interested in these voiceovers. Twisted, you should have joined the Mini Tavern D&D. If no other reason, yeah. Between me, you, and what I've managed to conjure up with a different character, I think we'd have a blast. Evil Sun Scarlet, which is another arc-based colour. And I know I'm due arcs soon, and I've got lots of arcs up there, so I could do with a few different arc-based colours. But this one looks like it's separated. I can see medium moving around, and I can see bubbles. Yeah, no, that's in the bin. We have Tusco Fur, which again is separated, but some of them are separated of words. They've come back in. Some of them that haven't separated, some of them that have separated have just been blocks at the end. So this one looks like it might have salvaged. You salvaged a word. Oh, salvage is the correct word, should I say? I'm playing a hell of a hi-hat right now. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah, that looks like it has been salvaged. Trying to get it in the light and on the camera at the same time. It's not. I'm not finding it easy. There we go. So yeah, that looks salvaged. So we have a fur color, which is kind of a fleshy brown. Towel light ochre. Don't worry. Don't worry. I think between us, we've all probably played about 3 games. And I've DM'd 2. Not for the group, I just mean I've DM'd 2. And the others might have had 1 or 2 games each, maybe, and that's it. Oka also seems to be salvageable and nice. So that's another. That's some nice yellows I'm getting there. What's that? That's Skull Crusher Brass. We already know what's going to happen with that, don't we? Yep. In the bin it goes. Stormhost Silver. It won't matter, will it? Nope. Why do I even bother? Caliban Green. There we go. Let's hope the Dark Angels have held out. They have. The Dark Angels have held out quite well. So that's Caliban Green, which I think I've already got one, but I'm not saying I won't know to another. Especially if I'm potentially having to change the entire colour of Fortress of Redemption, the Bastion, and the other thing that I have. Copper. Yep. Steel Legion Drab. Now, I should have one of these already somewhere. Yeah, there we go. It is not, see, the one I have, the one I just got. Not supposed to look like that, is it? Once I've gone through the ones that are salvageable, I'll put them in these trays. Put them in the boxes for now, including my own as well. I won't necessarily color coordinate them all, but I will definitely put them all back in. I'm trying to do a little bit of it over here, but I know the other one's one with the washes and stuff in, so that's when the larger pots are going to go. Do I get a second Steel Legion Drab? Looking by that big blob that fell down, I do not get a second Steel Legion Drab. Do I get a Zamazai's Desert? I mean, it might just case of some of these, how much I sit here and mix the damn things up. So let's do the Emperor's Children one as well while I'm at that. Just get 2 of them going. Problem is with putting on with in Colorado, some of them are technical paints, some of them are dry paints, some of them are just normal paint. So even if I color coordinate them, I won't actually necessarily put all the right stuff in the right places, or not necessarily organize it in a way that I would. Yeah, that doesn't surprise me, Graham. That does not surprise me one bit. Oh, that's a nice yellow. That's a nice yellow. What's that one? Zemazai Desert. Oh, remember that one. I might keep that one for the Magical World of Sparkles and Oak. That'll be a nice one to. Where's the yellows? There they are. And we have Emperor's Children. Now that's a pink and a half. That is Jesus. It's not been opened. Oh, but it is gloopy. It is gloopy. Although that I'm gonna risk that one for medium and a ball. Ball bearings might be a good idea to put on there as well. Gothor Brown. Oh, so another brown. I hope I'm not. Brown seem to be all right. They seem to hold up all right. What's this one as well? This is an ivory. That's a flayed one flesh. Okay, look at that one. A bit of a mix while we're at it. What are the next two going to be? Next one's going to be a Sabarite Green and Cadian Flesh Tone. But we'll give these two a go first. So Flagrant Flesh. This does not look open, so it might be a little bit gloopy. Hopefully it might be workable. If not, it's going to be a very gloopy. Ooh. Now that is very gloopy. That's turning back into pigment. That goes in the bin. Gothar Brown. Gothar Brown looks like it survived. So yeah, I have yet another. I'm set for browns for a while, aren't I? So we have the next two, and then we'll do them two afterwards. Good way of relieving stress. Cadian Flesh Tone. Unopened. Holy. That looks like someone has lost a dinner. Let's get rid of that one straight away. We have Sabarite Green. Now, looking at this green, I am hoping it's okay. It appears not to have the gloop that the Cadian Flesh had. So I'm going to put that in the... Give it some medium and give it a beating one. Ooh, Fire Dragon Bright. Now that could be nice. Nice bright orange. And again, not too bad as far as there's still moisture in there. It's not started setting into a brick or anything. So a little bit of medium in that and it should survive. Pink Horror. And did you say, what did you say about this, Graham? This was... Right, it's brighter than Screamer Pink, right? Screamer Pink's actually quite a dark pink, if I remember. Pink Horror looks like it survived as well. That's good. That might not even need medium, or not yet, anyway. I will be back. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm supposed to be shaking these things. Right. Castellan Green. So I have got some nice new paints, especially I'm quite happy with that glow. That glow effect one could be nice. I might actually ask for some of the Necrons back just to help with that. Castellan Green. I'm not sure about this one. It looks okay. Well, again, we'll stick that in the medium pile. It does look a little thick, but Eshin Grey. And it's just white. It's that lighter layer there that's not shifting. That's not making me... I don't think this is going to do it. Maybe if I throw it across the room, that might do it. Let's go find the Eshin Grey and hope it hasn't broke open. And then not stand on all the ones that are going in the bin. What's that? That is the health markers for Pokemon. That have not yet been snapped out of the sheet. Yes, we do play Pokemon TCG. In real life, we don't play the virtual version. Eshin Grey. Ooh, that's a nice grey. And again, a bit of medium. That should be okay. That's a nice dark face of Dawnstone. That's good. we next have Strachan Green. And then we've got Squig Orange. Squig Orange. I'll open Squig Orange first. Squig Orange. Squig Orange. Any Arky Ah. No. Pop that bubble. Pop that bubble. Get rid of that. Right. Now what you like. I can hear the hard bits. Nope. Strachan Green. Come on. Don't let me down, boy. Don't let me down. Come on now. Again, a bit on the thick side. For an unopened pot, that's going to take a lot of medium. Next 4. Baneblade Brown. Ooh, I've got a Beyblade. That might come in useful. I didn't realise there were this many fucking paints. If I knew this many paints, I would have put the paints off just on a separate one. Yeah, again, Baneblade Brown just requires medium. Rust Grey. I'm not doing Space Wolves, so I don't. Yeah. It's a blue grey. A lighter blue grey, so it'll be good for highlighting if it was to keep the fang as a colour. And it looks relatively in good condition as well. So, yep, I'm putting that in the medium pile, which is almost halfway full already. Then we have Fenrisian Grey. So we have a theme going here. We've got a bit of Space Wolves. And what's the other one? Warboss Green. So that's another Arky one. And they both sound quite liquidy. See, I don't mind having a variety of greys as long as there's a difference between them. So like having the Fenrisian greys, and so I can go for a blue grey, or I can go for a purpley grey, or I can go for like more of a white grey. I don't mind that with greys. Browns, yeah, I'd like there to be a bit more variety in brown, but ooh, that looks nice. That looks very nice. That's the Fenrisian grey. So it's a little bit more blue. So you would go from this to Corax White. Because Corax White is grey. Go figure. And Warboss Green, please. Yes, we have a winner with Warboss. That's going to come in handy for Ox. Final 6, Steel Legion Drab. Well, final 6 for this trade. We've got another fucking trade to do, plus whatever's in the other tub. Invading Tyrannid. We had an Invading Tyrannid. A real one. Not a plastic one. Steel Legion Drab has had gloopy bits. Sadly, no. Do you know the only thing that's not making every single one of these that's going in the bin quite painful is the fact that they were a donation and it was a case of whatever's salvageable is salvageable. So I knew some were going in the bin before I even started this. However, you always hope for the best, really, don't you? That the majority of them are going to be salvageable. However, Storm Vermin Fur, which is another grey, it's a grey brown. It's right in the middle. It's a bit of both. is fine. Administratum grey. And what? Another grey? What's this one? Slanesh grey and Administratum grey. One of them actually looks more like a lilac purpley colour, but hey. If they want to call it grey because it's got Slanesh in it and make it purple, fine. Not sure how much this shadow and light thing's doing for me though. So let's have a look. We have the Administratum grey. Let's hope it's not gloopy and horrible. Fingers crossed. It is gloopy, but it's not horrible. I don't see any hard bits coming down in that gloop. It's just thick. So again, that goes in the... That needs to be thinned out a bit. Paint thinner. Paint thinner will do some whatever you... Yeah, just some way to thin the paint. Well, I don't need to fuck out for medium, do I? There's got to be some other way of doing it. And Slanesh grey, so that's going to be a very bright lilac. Yeah, that's a very bright lilac. And Salvageable. In fact, that might would be very similar to the warp. In fact, that's practically the fucking same as the... It's very... Fuck me. There's not much difference in the warp theme than the Slanesh grey, is there? Okay, last two in this tray. And it is Ogre in Camo. Oh yeah, I've already checked these purples, haven't I? And he's not in any of these purples. Although it looks like I've got Waystone Green twice. Oh no, got another Waystone Green there. Does that mean that one's empty? And no, that one looks fine as well. I've got two Waystone Greens. That's nice. Uthlan Grey is what I'm looking for. But Liberator Gold and Ironbreaker are going in the bin. And what's that one? Ulthwan Grey. Is it gonna... As it's separated. It's definitely separated already. And it is not coming back. Nope. That is not coming back from the dead. That is completely separated. So no Ulthwan Grey for me. Or Ulthwan, yeah, Ulthwan. However, I may get an Ogre in Camo this time. No, because that is going solid. I may get a Balor Brown, which I'm sure I already have one. It might be in the other big tub, the other big box. So what you're saying is, because I have that, I'm fine. I don't need Ulthwan Grey because I have Protocol White. I actually have white, a white that works. See, Citadel, people can fucking do it correctly. Bala Brown, are you going to survive? Oh, nope. I saw bits of solid pigment in there. What have we got now? We've got another Jakaro orange. Am I going to get any Jakaro oranges? Any at all. Any that don't need. Good night, Ali. You have a nice night. Get some sleep. You've been on anti-duties. You have used it. We do. We get a squig orange. That is fine. That is usable. What do we have here? We have a Troll Slayer orange. And this looks Yeah, that's already gone hard. We have Wild Rider Red, which has no sound coming from it whatsoever. It should have, though. Maybe now I've put a bit of air in there. I see another. Wait a minute, that Retributor armor may have come from me, so it might be alright. I did have a lot of Retributor armor, and yeah, that Retributor armor came from me, so that's fine. There are 3 certain colours that may have come from me, so there is a possibility that they will be okay. Right, let's give that another, see how that goes. I don't see any hard lumps. Not within it, no. So Wild Rider Red is a win. Ogre Camo, another Ogre Camo. Another Ogre Camo. I don't own a single fucking Ogre. Yeah, but I just put Corax White down first. And we do have another Ogre Camo. What's that one? Screaming Skull. Oh. I don't know if any of you saw that. That is separated and moving with the tub at the same time. So this might actually be salvageable. Nope, that has hard gloopy bits. Genestealer Purple. Come on, Genestealer Purple, which is, yeah, pretty much already got anyway in an army painter version. But come on, Genestealer Purple. I do encourage people to get other paint ranges because although Citadel have some nice colours, don't get me wrong. No, that's going hard. You can even see a big block of it in there. See? So yeah, I do like, as good as some of the Citadel range are, the pots aren't the best, and other painters do have some better colours. And in this case, this one was a Shabati Bone, which is very like a yellowy, more yellowy ivory. Sounds like there's solid bits in there, but I couldn't see much. Oh no, there it is. There it was. Sorry. We have Skaven Blight Dinge. I can just call it grey. Skaven grey. This grey, that grey, that grey, that grey. Is that because they have too many fucking greys? Same with browns. That's why they've called some tans and some dusts and some shit that's not mixing. You're using the sharpener? I have to throw mine in the bin. I had it. I had it for a couple of days. Now it's going in the bin. Oh, I see another metallic. Oh, Balthazar Gold. That wasn't one of mine, but may not have separated yet. That looked like it was actually all right. That one is all right. We actually have Balthazar Gold. We have a metallic. We have saved a metallic. I'm not going to get ahead of myself and start picking up another one and seeing. I'm going to see what happens to the Skaven Dinge, Skaven Blight Dinge, Dudge, whatever. Yeah, this grey Dinge. Yeah, it is Dinge. No, it's okay. Bit of medium. That's fine. I'm probably going to need like 978 ball bearings and 200 tubs of medium, but yeah. Mon Van Brown. Now, I know I have some of this, and I think I've just saved some of this. But that one is not salvageable. I've just, yeah, no, it's just medium flopping around. We have Cantor Blue, for those who wanted the darker blue. Not Ultra Smurfs. A very nice Cantor Blue. Let's give it a go, because I know this one would have got used. Because he was originally doing Crimson Fists until I ended up with everything again. I ended up with all his Space Marines. He ended up with what did I give him? I traded him something for his Space Marines. No, look, again, Cantor Blue. Just a little bit of medium, and that one's going to be okay. I think my medium trade's going to be bigger than anything else. Thousand Suns Blue. Now, I would like a replacement for this because I did lose mine a while ago. Quite a few years ago, it burst open in a box and covered my Razorback. Not good. So I would like a replacement one of these. I think I've actually got one somewhere, but I can't remember where it is. So there we can find one here now. That is, oh yes, you beauty. Then I'm quite happy. Technical Spirit Stone Red. Now this is supposed to be Spirit Stone. I'm going to guess it's supposed to be quite glossy. Oh, is that right? Is that right for the Spirit Stone Red Technical? That might be what he's used on. See where he's done the red dots on these. I think that is what he's done gold, then done the Spirit Stone Red over the top. So yeah, I think that's right. Don't quote me on that. I just think it's right. Nurgling Green. No worries, Grim. You have a good night, mate. Enjoy the rest of your painting. And then the rest of your cataloguing later. Or tomorrow, or whenever you're doing your cataloguing. Nope, that's separated. That's gone in the bin. Talon Sand, which you can pretty much hear the damn thing beating against itself. So I don't know how thick it's going to be. But at least it's moving. My arms get, after doing all these paints and shaking them, my arm gets tired after a while. I could do with one of those. Oh, again, that looks a bit. Yeah, that's. See, some of them are thick and gloopy, but they're still quite smooth. Some of them are thick and gloopy and have already started setting in small chunks into pigment. Once they've started setting, that's when they've pretty much got to go. Fire Dragon Bright. I mean, I've got lots of paints at the moment. I've got too many paints to be able to sit there finicking over the ones that I should be throwing away, really. Fire Dragon Bright is fine. Is that the second Fire Dragon Bright I've had? Or did the first one get chucked? I can't remember. Oh well. We have Ryan Oxide, which is another brown, but more of a reddy brown this time. Sorry. Can't help it sometimes, can you? Ooh, that is a very dark brown. That's a nice brown. Right. Again, needs a little bit of contrast paint. Not contrast, contrast medium. And that one should be all right. Luganthan Orange. Now, this looks very pale. Very, very pale. Whew, I thought this one might be a quick one. Is that moving? Nope, that's a solid block at the bottom. Auric armor. We already know what's happened to that. Demonet Hide. Demonet Hide, which hopefully is going to be a nice purple. If it's not turned into blocks and little bits of pigment. Why? It seems to have mixed up okay. It's quite a nice lilac purple. Ew. And that's what I mean by it starting to become pigment. You can see the texture of that it's not smooth. We have rat skin flesh. Which is the startup has mixed quite well. But again, we have that problem of it starting to clot up, and yeah, not great. Nagaroth Knight. I hope this one's okay because this is a really nice dark purple. It's slightly brighter than the one that I already have, but darker than that one, so it's a nice mid-tone for the two of them. And obviously getting that nice purpley grey as well, which was, what was it called again? Slanesh grey and Warp Fiend grey. So two nice heading up towards highlighting colours for grey. Having a nice dark base is good. I'm not saying I've already got one dark base, but having a second would be better. Are you clotty or is that just air bubbles? Because it did see some just pop. See? Let's see how this one goes on the model. There will be some that I'm trying on the model to see how it go over that green bit. I don't like that green bit. Let's do the Aquila too. Why not? It's a base coat. It's supposed to be. Quite a few places. See, now that is a nice purple, nice base coat, and decent coverage as well. I think I'm going to get there. I think I'm going to keep this one. It's a nice colour. Even if it is a bit on the thick side. Again, my contrast medium paint is getting bigger. That tray is getting rather massive now. Next we have Bugman's Glow. Bugman's Glow. Nice colour. Don't really use it for skin tones much unless it's a deep recesses, but still a nice colour. And nope, that is semi-set. Xandri Dust. I think. Oh, yeah, I could feel that one rattle. Yeah, that's rattling. That's not mixing, that's rattling. We have Death World Forest. Sounds like liquid. That's a good sign. There is liquid. There is thick liquid, but I don't see hard bits. Oh, Uriel Yellow. Oh, please, because this is, yeah, this is the other side of the yellow to the AK. See, one slightly, get out. See, that's very bright canary yellow. This is a little more orange. Yeah. So hopefully this one's going to be okay, because that will plug a very nice yellow gap for me. And it is. Oh, it is. Thank you. The person who gave me these is a subscriber. Thank you. If you are watching. I know you don't always watch. I'm not going to tell your name. But if you're watching, thank you. Because yes. There's about 4 colours that I've made this entire set just worth it. Like, yes. Yes, that's good. Celestia Grey. That feels solid. You can hear the chunks in that one. Yeah. Nope, that's in the bin as well. We have an Ungor Flesh. See, that sounds wetter. Can you hear that? Sounds wetter. Which is a good sign. It's sounding wetter is a very good sign. Let's see if we can get some to move around a bit. How's it looking? I mean, it's looking like it's, apart from the gunk at the back, we don't count the gunk at the back. But yeah, if we clean the gunk at the back, that Ungor Flesh should be okay. And that's again a nice yellow, but it's kind of muted yellow, so it's good. We have Death Guard Green now. I know I have a few of these already, but again, this is a possibility. This one's coming from me because he needed replacement at the time. No, not a Sovereign Camo, that one. I know I have a Death Guard Green now. He's in the little orange box down there. Oh, you see what I mean by going hard and gloopy? That should not happen at the bottom when you can hold it like that. You hold it like that, that should disappear, not stay there when you... Yeah. Good job, I have a few of them. Screamer Pink. No, this is darker than the one Graham said he wanted, wasn't it? Graham wants a lighter one of these. He wants Warlock Purple. It seemed liquid, and it doesn't seem to be here any hard bits. No, that's a Screamer Pink's good. What do we have here? Layer Warpstone Glow. So this is a layer to more go with that Waystone Green. So what's that one then? Calibite Green. Ah, so there is a difference. Okay. Yeah, that's looking good. That's looking thick, but that's looking smooth. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 17. I can save 17 more paint. Let's hope I don't have to. Let's hope a lot of them are good. Mouse mat's falling off my desk, which did get Nuln Oil spill all over it the other day, which is what that big black patch was on my desk a moment ago. Just in case you were wondering, that is Nuln Oil. The spill happens even off camera. So Calibite Green. So this is very Eldari green. Oh, that's a nice green. That's turquoisey green. Where's that turquoisey one gone from earlier? There was a turquoisey one from earlier. That was yeah. That Incubi Darkness. That Calibite. Yeah, they're definitely in the same category. I like them. Screaming Bell. Now, we know we've not had good luck with the frigging metallic so far, but you never know. We've had one. And nope, Screaming Bell is not the second. Xerus Purple. It almost sounds like these hard bits in that. No, that was just my ears. That one looks relatively smooth. That looks quite smooth but thick. That's all. And thick's not a bad thing. So that's another purple. That's nice. And possibly another one with Nagaroth Knight. Again, base layer purple, dark purple this time. Very dark purple. Now, is that just that bit, or is that it being the entire thing? Have I just pulled a chunk out of the lid or something there by mistake? Give it another go. Give it another test. Be as fair as possible. I'd like to try and keep as many of these paints as I can because it'll save me having to buy them. And it gives me a better choice on. Yeah, that's thick. That's like, we're talking, I dropped out at first grade. My mom taught me how to farm pigs since. She even gave me my first job. That type of thick. Technical. Noodles rot. No, because it being a technical, I'm not sure on. I don't think it seems to be not gloopy. That may work. That may work. I'd have to be able to test the technicals out. That's the only issue with them. Troll Slayer Orange. Are you budging? Are you moving? Oh, he's moving. I'm not sure how, but it was moving. I don't know if anyone saw that very slow. Yeah, that's supposed to fall down, and it's very slowly moving, and it's not budging from there very much. That's pretty much a set paint. Now we have Dry Brush Astaroth Red. Now dries, I know, are supposed to be them jelly type ones, aren't they? But see, the lids dry, but the paint inside isn't. And because it's a dry brush and it's not supposed to actually. Yeah, I'm going to say that's actually okay, which is weird considering it's, yeah, dry brush, long beard, great. Now this is separated in, what the fuck? That, ladies and gentlemen, is more like putty. As you can see there, that is not how a paint is supposed to look. Even a dry paint. A dry brush paint is not supposed to look like that. Scrag brown. Yeah, mate, here's a bag of scrag. How much for that? Fucking wanna. Get it for me off, you dickhead. Sorry. The council estate came out there for a moment. That could do with more of a mix. But it did not look gloopy. I mean, it didn't look like it was going solid. No, that looks smooth and that looks just thick. So Scrag Brown gets to go on the, give it a bit of a medium tray. We now have Deathclaw Brown and Kislev Flesh. Last two on this tray. And then we have the last case, which I'm not sure how many is in it. Oh, right. This is the one that was the washes and the technicals, and then it had an empty tray at the bottom. Okay, so I might just end up leaving them there for now until I can be bothered pushing them all back onto the. But by the looks of it, Graham, I am sorry, I do not appear to have the paint you want, which is a shame. Nope, Deathclaw Brown has lumps in it. Just so you can see that is not a smooth, thick paint. Kislev Flesh. Oh, there's a new part. It shook well, but I want to see it. Yeah, no, that's got lumps in it also. That's a shame. There's a lot of colours that I don't have that I've had to throw away this evening. Blackfire Earth may not be one of them. Maybe, but may not be. Once I'm done with paints, I'm going to take a small break, and then it's on to the final piece of scenery and what I got in the miniatures box, which at one point was pretty much an army, but it's definitely some nice new models for me. Oh, yeah, that's gone a bit crusty. I know it's supposed to be Blackfire Earth, but I don't think they meant it to be crusty. Oh, hey, good. Dry brush, Tyrant Skull. Well, I'll give it a shake just because it's habit. And no, that looks like cottage cheese. And not the type of cottage cheese you could still eat. And Bad and Black. I am actually slowly running out of a Bad and Black. Slowly. Oh, well, that sounds quite hard. That's unopened. No, it's actually, no. It seems to be fine. I get on a Bad and Black. Null oil shade in a gloss format. Okay. Draken Nightshade. Now, I hope, let's see how many. There is not much left of it, but still. Draken Nightshade, I will blue wash. Coelia Green Shade. Oh, that's almost a bluey turquoise. So that's like the Incubi Darkness. That's a nice one. I like that one. Coelia Green Shade again, so another one of those. Unopened, I'm leaving that one closed. We have a Caribberg Crimson, which I think I have one of, but in a smaller pot. Nice. Getting some nice shades and some nice colours of washes here. We've got a yellow somewhere. We had a yellow somewhere. I'm sure I managed to save a yellow wash from somewhere. In that case, I'm just going to go start getting my other washes. So we have Agrax Earth Shade, Arthonian Camo Shade, Baletan Green, Agrax Earth Shade, Agrax Earth Shade, Reikland Flesh Shade, Reikland Flesh Shade. What's this? Edge Krieg Khaki. A Krieg Khaki. Oh, there's the yellowy one I was looking for. Reikland Flesh Shade in a gloss. What's this one? Fugian Orange. So there's an orange. Arthonian Camo Shade. Come on, I might have a null light in here somewhere. Arthonian Camo Shade. No. Just the gloss version of Null Isle. Oh no. Null Nile. And then we have Druchi Violet. And what's this one? Another one. So we've got washes. I've got blues, yellows, oranges, reds, purples, I've done all right on washes. Definitely done all right on washes. What's this edge one like? No, that's got solid bits in it. No, it's not good. So, yeah. Ooh, I've definitely cleaned up on washes tonight. That's nice. And a couple of contrasts as well, which is not bad. Technical. I'll put my other contrast in there as well while I'm at it. That's my homemade Agrax. Is that the other? Yeah, that's a Caribou Crimson. That's the other one, just in a smaller pot. And that's a Reichland Flesh Shade, but in a smaller pot. And the Agrax Shade, but in a smaller pot. So I've got a decent. I'm building up a decent tray of washes now, which is nice. They're going to have to go on top because they won't be able to support the amount that's underneath them. Put that there for a second. Now, this tray. Green, green, green. Green, greens, 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 greens. Graham's gonna have a hernia if he watches this back because they're going randomly. That's greens. Let's go with oranges. Orange. Orange. You're being a yellow. You're technically a red. Orange. Yeah, okay. Might as well go yellow now. Yellow. 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 Yellowy brown, but it's still a yellow. Reds. Reds, 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 reds. I've not even started going through the other box yet either, I know. I've got to do that as well yet, which means things will be getting moved over and shifted around and blah, 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 blah. Pink now classifies as red. Okay. So that means that does as well. And that one. Got a lot of red start from about there. So I've got. See, this is the thing I've been lacking, and Twisted will attest to this because I've been whinging about it for fucking years now. I've been lacking colour selection. And it's not that I don't. It's like, well, you've got a blue, you've got a green, you've got. Yeah, I have one. I had maybe two at most of some. But sometimes you need that big enough selection so you can go, right, I can now start fading up and moving up and down throughout stuff. See, Technical Oxide is going to go in with the blue, even though it's fucking weird, as is the, whatever you would call it, darkness. And then we'll head towards purples. I don't think I have too many of those. Oh, come. You should go in the oranges. Fucker. No. Move you to that. Move you to that. Move you to that. Move you to that. And then you can go in there. Right. That sorted that out. Right. I'm going to call that tray done. Next tray. Oh no. I have a color. I have a green. Let's move that yellow. Move that red. Move that blue. There we go. Now we start going through greys, browns, and blacks. So we start with the greys. Metallic. Is that another metallic? Yeah, that's my Rune Fang. And I don't even think that's fucking working. Oh, no, it is. That's mixed. That's mixed. That's okay. My Rune Fang is actually okay. But still, I don't want it mixed in with my others. All the different types of grey. Mechanic standard grey. Whatever that grey is that's lead belcher again. That's mechanic standard grey. Metallic. Brown. Grey brown, so that can be the nice colour over the medium. Balthazar gold is metallic, obviously. Brown retributor armor is also metallic. XC88. Mournfang. There should have more than one Mournfang though. Doombull. Was that the one that was really dodgy and I weren't sure about? No, that's the okay one. That's the okay one that I've got to take this big chunk of paint off here. And this is going to take a bit of leverage and persuading to come off. But now it has, it's going in nicely. Two more browns, another gold. So the bad and black. They're all blacks. They're all the bad and blacks. Every last fucking one of them's a wrong one. So in this case, I might as well put all the bloody metallics in there as well. Just so I can clear them off my desk and then I can, as I said, go for my quick break. I will put music on this time if you wish me to. In fact, I'm going to go find said music now. I'm going to go find something to listen to briefly while you don't know what this skip, you fucker. I'm gonna paint this. Okay, there we go. So it's not playing yet, but I've just listened to it in the background. It is working. I just got to unmute it. And hopefully that's gonna stay on there. See, them as 3 trays take up less room, but I may end up with 4 trays. That's the thing. I've not been through the orange box yet. So we'll go through the orange box and incorporate all that into it, and then we'll see where we're up to. But I'm not doing that tonight. I'll do that off camera because that's just glazing all this into my existing. However, I am going for a break. I think I'm for 2 hours and 15 minutes. I have the secret case. Oh, especially the models like so yeah, that's it. Please enjoy the music while I'm away. quite soon. It's Final Fantasy played on. In this case, I think I might have to leave it up for a little bit, although I am going to shift me down a little bit more. Now, the next piece that I was given, now this requires a lot of, most of it's dust and thick. I've not tried cleaning this one yet. I'm thinking I'd just give it a blast over with the airbrush just with pure air, and that should do it. This is the Aquilia Strong Point Can. I looked up the rules for it, and that big fucker, 72-inch range, strength 16, AP -4, D6 plus 6 shots. Fucking stupid. Luckily, that is detachable for storage purposes. But for purposes of showing it off, I want to attach the headers as well. Attach it to your head. So we start out, and it has what is essentially inside my hand, which looking good on it. Yeah. How about that? This is the main gun section. You don't have to have this on it. What I've got to say is it's quite a pretty little section. Giving it its own mount on top of something. Maybe scratch built into a church. Who knows? Yeah. But how long a paint blade? It's not giving me an idea. Because the only thing that's underneath it. See, I thought I had the extra spotlight somewhere. Or at least one of the extra spotlight things. Another one of those things. I'm not sure where that's from. I give that to another piece. Because he was keeping his neck on. Same with that one, I'm pretty sure that's a neck on. But if you don't want to use it, you can use it as a side level, and it has got all of this. So you can turn it into a missile silo. You get the idea. You don't even have to release it. Something else. Very nice additional art pieces. I have a lot of PVDs. I would like to put some art around. Stack of very small open space with as I said, I have not dusted this one. The paint job's partially been done dirty. Well, it's just a lot. Brush that. essentially this is what it needs doing all over the entire bloody model, but some of it might actually need, because it goes in a house with a smoker who smokes indoors. Don't smoke indoors, so it helps keep some of my stuff cleaner. Not my lungs, of course. Fucking bastard. But it helps keep my shit clean. So yeah, you capacity. Just no firing deck. No firing deck. Ladders to get to this section. Which of course when you're on there, you have behind the book. And you can fire them fire from it. A lot of this. Which is why yeah, like quick. Scrubbing it with a brush anything. There's also a secondary door on this side, which is much smaller, so one side of the still use. Of course, there is nothing on this side. On the plus side, there is no dark like that. So there you go. You can see it. It looks like a fucking Millennium Falcon next to my head. I'm not sure because this is also done in the Fang. If I ask, I'll probably keep most of the same section. Same, even if I should. Which I've got a feeling I have to do all this. Once you guys look at that, you can easily get a 5-man squad up there. Do I have any? I only have Terminators. So, demonstrate size. And I did find my other librarian in Terminator armor as well, so I do have both of them now. So both of them. So the Terminators. And he is so you can easily get a character a unit of 5 Terminators on the small section. On the right section, if I was to build missile launcher all I really So that's 11 models, not even stacked closest together. So that one's right there. If you are literally face-to-face contact with everybody. So you can probably find another unit on there as well. So bear in mind that's 17 Terminators. 17 Terminators. That's a single. With the back as well and something else. So can't find it. So chaplain, and then 500 fellow Terminators. You can also see how many of the other Terminators can be down. But if this takes 28 Terminators, then this is ridiculous size. Oh, and I found my other librarian, by the way, the one from the Dark Vengeance box set. So there's definitely a chaplain and a unit of 5 as well. So that's another 6 Terminators on there. No, 7 Terminators, because he's on there as well, isn't it? Possibly get an 8th in there. So you can certainly load up the characters, the amount of just sheer amount of models you can get on. Those are their 40 mil bases. If you were loading this up with 32 mil bases and the Marine, you're easily getting 30 on there. Easily. And all behind cover. Quite a nice piece of time. And with the options that it has, come on. Because once you put the gun on, you can't actually fit the Terminator model. Take all these off and show you. Because so with the all the walkways areas are big enough to take Terminator bases. Probably get all of these Terminators on that fortress, which is why I would probably still have other characters that are on that fortress of redemption as well. You can put things on top, you can put things on the 2 end pieces, and put things all the way along the walkway. So there is most definitely plenty of room on the fortress. It is a Tau player's wet dream. They can pretty much fit broadside of that, broadside behind the broadside off, you're typing that to get cover, but you still see over it. Well, that's the advantage. I can have that piece of terrain that can hide my biggest books. I love it better. Take them out, I can't. Someone has spiky. I've got 2 that built from 2 full boss, 2 Terminator, and 2 more. I'm doing alright for librarians. And I only have 1 chaplain Terminator armor, but I only have 1 Terminators. Melee Terminators, so that's right. I do have a few chaplains, but I can put them with assault thing. So the detail of this is well provided. That's the other section there. See probably that's great. A little bit aside now, but still. From the opening, The amount of detail again with the surfaces, colours, and most of the work's been done again. 90% of the work's been done, so it would be a shame if I had to strip it down. It would. I would like to keep them all that fang blue, that shade. It would be nice if we could clean up some of the edges, but I want to keep that dirt now. Big fucking evil good place with missiles. Oh yeah, I was gonna say, wasn't it? Don't have any one fight else. So yeah, on a regular basis, don't act like only just fit and don't fit, if you know what I mean. You don't actually fit properly within that section. Whereas you fit too much, that's fine. That's stupid. Fine. So what if that's on Terminator? But lots of these little guys that they just scoot around like so look, if he's got that, you got a load of without blasters and stuff. Yes, that was the last piece of scenery I was given so far. Oh no, it wasn't. There's one more piece. I want to know the rest of that. But these are full pieces. Yeah. I want to these little blasters. I dread going far on eBay now because they are out of production. These are out of print scenery models. And they are very nice. So I dread to even think going far on eBay. I don't want to know. I want to look at this purely from a game point of view and actually hobbyist way of donation channel. I do not wish to sell it. A separate piece. So if I was to break it down and make something and then someone was to make me an offer for it, then that's a different matter. But in this state, ideally I want to do something. This out. Oh, right, so before I do base. One-handed, well, yeah, one-handy dandy bonus. I don't give it an absolute crap load. Well, not a crap load, but quite a few. Just crap. And nothing over around. That brings together so that fucking hope. That's 2, 4, 6. It's 4 in pairs. 4 pairs. Which is nice. It's all on quite nicely. 1, 2, 3, 4 pairs. Well, should help with scratch builds out. Anyway, that's to be more. See, I'm showing it on the for a reason. Because on this one, it doesn't work properly. fall right now, because that would not be good. It does have one clip missing, so only one works. In this case, where's tail on that? Should have a little wing here as well somewhere. How the fuck am I supposed to connect that? Oh, that way around. Dick. Right, so that goes up there like that, and tail as well. So now I have to start. But I do seem to be missing one door panel, which has a what's that? Hurricane bolter. I've got the plasmas attached to it up at the top, and the heavy bolter. Don't know where. It doesn't have the thrusters for the front. It does have the thrusters for the side. I may be able to make thrusters for the front. I'm not sure, and I'm hoping Rhino doors or something will be able to cover that if I take that off. So take the Hurricane bolter off that side. Hopefully, Rhino doors or something will cover. You know, they've come out anyway, so now I need some. However, all the other just seem along with this out. Oh yeah, sorry, yes. So yes, I now have a stop. Here's your wondering the standards also there as well. Nice unexpected addition to the art. I do have technically a base of that. However, or at least something like that. What I also have this raise back with twin last cannon, but he will be losing that to become a Rhino, and twin last cannon will be going on what next. Which in this case, just have this inside. One of them. That's exactly the that's the Hurricane bolter for the sponsor for this, which I will not be the Hurricane bolter. I will be attaching the twin glass cannons to. Is that the right section? No. Hurricane. But yes, I have a laminator. If you guess from the colour, other models to go with this. Or was it? That's the other. Oh, that's the other Hurricane bolter we've got. So yeah, those Hurricane bolters will go into even a blue, and then the last cannons can go into it. So one thing I am confused. I will let you know once I start them away. Okay, that was one side of the case. Now we get to the other side of the case. Now these are in. Oh, that's another bit of the. Okay. Now some of these are in various states of condition, such as this chap with a blue helmet. Was oh no, almost on a 25 mil base. Very good base. Base. Very short pass. Very much never. Ooh, again, same type of short pass. Oh, no, no, it's great. So, stop. Also, find out OSL. Also. No, but others have to compare it. So, you will talk. You can see where this is going. Oh, a sword that needs to be replaced. Vitality. Different coloured helmets signify different coloured. Right. That's blue helm. Sword. There he is. One of the ones with teleporting jumpy backs. He would have had a. Yeah. So, a couple of people have world eaters, I suppose. Thinking I want to go away. And it is not in this case. Ultimate. What? Come on. Make him chief librarian. Like, just pay the high cost. Ching. Chief librarian. That would just be awesome. I do like the Amazon. Yes, another Terminator called a Demon Head. Comes. No, World into Berserker's Khan. Basically, let's see how many Terminator we end up with, shall we? Weapons aside, because hopefully I'll be able to sell spare bases for the size. War. There's another joke here. There's blue healthcare. There's the black. That should be great. Especially for a base, if I lose his sword and his shield, then putting something else on this body would be nice because they're highly detailed. It's fine cast. So yeah, I would be trying to if I can find the pieces for. So still not again. But quite a few. A lot of them seem to be heads. Oh, I do have the other weapons from. Ooh, I see. Oh, I forgot I gave this to my old characters, but I lost a sniper rifle for it. If I can find a scout sprue with sniper, or it makes a sniper rifle, God. A few more times. Oh, we have a live forever. We have another character in a live forever. We have 3 characters. Terminator with Star Wars sword. Awesome. Star Wars. So, 15 for Terminator. Okay. That dude. 5, that's 15 tacticals as well. And spare ammo like collection. Ooh! Okay, so 15 Terminators, 15 tactical ammo, 3 characters, a Land Raider, a Rhino Strike / Razorback, and a Storm Raven. And I believe yet to come a holy shit. Because obviously, he's got this and a collector. was he has of course got so that might be a fire out as well. If it is, yeah, I'll probably be the safest bet. I'll let you all know through Discord. I'm gonna try and think about a way to set on Instagram. I'll do this. Try and do the same. As you see, it's what it is. It's seeing or so I'm not sure how I will do that. I am going to take those two pieces back to them because I did say he wanted to keep the necromancer when he was going through things that he was going to give to me. That's something. If he's keeping it, I'm pretty sure that's and I'm pretty sure that's a part silos that I have posted to it. Yeah, if you see the picture of the Goliath on the scenery, that's him. That's the guy who came on this by tonight. So if you look on my Instagram, what he's some of the stuff he's keeping on for a while I stopped painting, but still, even when he had the chance to paint, it was very so, yeah. No. The label bits I can put on the side, including the door for the rhino, top of the rhino, and the multi-mounter for the one rhino. I do have a spare set of legs, which I'm not sure where they've come from, but well. I'm going to keep the Terminators out because Terminators are currently. So what I'm thinking about doing is have a look at my heads. Replacing any heads that need replacing. Then removing all the arms, and replacing them with arms from but it will keep them all. As for the donuts, don't know. Terminate. Also. Come on. He has come on. I don't know this stuff. So I'm going to keep terminate. So I'm now running 40 terminators. Just 40 foot. That's 4 full units. That's maxing out on the long range, taking one melee. I do not have enough librarians to assist them. And I don't think I have enough heavy weapons to give them all the maximum amount they could take. But that's still a fuckload of Terminators. Especially if I can whip them dual. Yeah, I need to change the job. I don't mind my standard Space Marine Terminators being like standard Space Marine Terminators, but I don't want my Terminators like that. Being changed. Overall, I think I've got some nice stuff. I'm very grateful to those games. I'm going to go 20 more minutes ish. Just to grab melee weapon. Yeah, sure. Range, melee. Right, who's missing 2 arms? Anything. Only fucking great. Only great. Who's missing a weapon? Does that look too big? Maybe I should shave that little bit off. Clean that up a bit. Maybe raise the shoulder pad up slightly. Still too big of an arm. Very Empress of this. Oh well. Again, at least I need 50. I know I've not got 50 pairs. Because I can just pair it up to, but I've got 15 arms that left and right, then that'll. Because these are all just, yeah, these weren't designed to do what I'm asking them to do. Put it that way. So I may be taking some arms off. Let's just pull all the, out around. All the knives, all the music. Oh, God. Kind of those ones instead. Oh, I do have more. Melee. Oh, yes. Ooh, I do. Awesome. Oh, the melons. Oh, I'm going. I didn't know that. Just because they're extra, technically they are extra. I can count them as extra melee weapons. As long as I can slam a sword or something on you somewhere, you can always hold it. So, if it came to it, I can make own variation of there you go. Shield. We probably could so out. Awesome. I'll let all my leaders. It's just gonna great work. So, I've noticed most of the claws are lashed out. Yeah. I got a lot of lashed outs. You guys are right. You are. These things are right. I'm sorry if I'm getting I'm probably getting screwed left hand, left hand. Left hand. Right hand. Right hand. Left hand. Right hand. I cannot make 50. I can do 5 numbers, but got all out belly. I could change certain arms, but I know I could change. I can swap these children, these being to my army. Oh, but this is how sorry. How is the well, power is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I can do 10 now because it's 2 of them range. Still do only do 8. 8. Wow. 8 does look like from the actual Grey Knight reference. Austin. Okay, that's the list of I'll leave these out so I can brainstorm on the wheel a bit more. But for converting, for integrating into yeah, it looks to be 15 Terminators, 15 6 months. See, there's 2 more habits. To have a good unit, watch out. We'll see. We'll see. But I have plenty of options to look into depth. Who knows? I may even and I have 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. In this case, being that small is no thing. 2, 3, 4, 5. Make my so more. should have other heads as well, but I want to use some of these ones, and it'll tie it with some surface. Those have got to be some special. Pop all the other bits back into the bag. He says. So I need to clip out a few heads, because although the grey knights may not go help us, I guess for us, essentially a few more prime emphasize heads. Excellent. So along the road terminates with let's see what's going. A lot of things. Just to get the main. Cool. Thank you very much, everyone. If you enjoyed what you saw, please subscribe and come back to you. Yeah, that's awesome. Please hit the subscribe button. But more importantly, hit subscribe. Hit the notification bell that you want to put live again. In this case, Wednesday. This is happening in the Lazy household on Wednesday, so considerably later. I'll try to see the time about that. I cover legacy because it's on Wednesday. But I may not be able to cover it now. Looking forward to the start of Hellbrook. And baby carrier is that's weird. Yes, thank you very much for everybody who came. Spend time with me, listen to me, watch me talk to me. Tell me about your hobby.